Yeah, so the rotors are, on the 01, the rotors are thicker. They are not...
They are thicker.
They are not larger, though. So the rotors itself didn't increase in size at all. Even though GM said that these are the largest rotors we've ever fitted to a Corvette, the rotor size is the same. They're just thicker.
They're thicker.
And the thickness just allows them to last longer, typically.
Yeah.
You know, that's
last
typically
longer
and
repel heat easier. Yeah.
Yep, heat dissipation.
Yep.
Well, and the venting, too, because they're all vented rotors, right? Like, if you have vents in it, you have this, and you have the vents and rotors as the rotor spins, it's venting air. You get a wider thing, you get more actual surface area to move more air. So
the guys are going to be tracking these cars.
See that jump cut?
If they try to keep those brakes,
you see the jump cut?
Pretty much a year.
So it was a live video filmed tonight, and he's already deleted footage from it because, and I don't feel guilty about this, his own viewers are turning on him the same way he turned on me. Okay, so I don't feel bad about it at all. People were hitting me up like, dude, this guy has no clue what he's talking about. Brandon goes on to correct him in this. Justin ends up saying something about the ceramic rotors never wear out. That's just a myth. Oh my God. Okay, let's just set it straight why they do wear out. Even Brandon doesn't get it right, but at least Brandon comes closer. But Justin looks like he's gonna cry when Brandon corrects him. So Justin's a baby, guys. Like watch this further here. Give me a second here.
Just about on just putting rotors in that car.
Well, I've talked to a lot of people who have tracked their cars pretty hard. C806s, C706s, C7ZR1s, anything with a carbon ceramic rotor. A lot of the people I've talked to that track these cars on a regular basis do not say anything about having to replace those carbon ceramic rotors. And I've asked a lot of them.
Ceramic rotors, they'll wear forever.
Yeah, and I've asked a lot of them straight up. And I've asked them, like, do you suspect you're ever going to have to? Like, I think Jesse Awuji was one of them.
Wrong.
He tracks his car. Or no, he doesn't have carbon ceramic. Somebody that I knew did. And they weren't having problems with the carbon ceramics holding up.
Yeah, because they don't drive fast.
Some of them go to a more aggressive compound on the actual brake pad, and so they can go through the rotors in a season, from my understanding. And that's where it gets expensive. Now, that being said, obviously it lasts 3 or 4 times what you're going to get out of the
Why are you correcting me?
I do think that depending on the compound, the actual brake pad itself, and then how aggressive they are with the
Stop telling everybody I'm wrong.
If they do tons of events.
And that
takes a lot of racing though.
I think that's the biggest thing. Like, so the C601.
So what he had to do is he had to edit out the previous part.
Carbon ceramic, whatever. If you kept the stock pads in there, it was more than capable enough to track. But basically, you would.
They're all wrong, but at least Brandon's the least wrong out of the 3. You guys want to learn something over there at Horsepower Obsessed? You guys want to actually learn what the fuck you're talking about instead of spreading bullshit once again, as you guys always do? The carbon ceramic rotor, it's not that it wears down. Not even Brandon got it right. It's not that it wears down. It's that when you have thermal expansion and then cooling, like let's say you put a car in the hands of someone who can actually fucking go 100 and some odd miles per hour, 150, 180, whatever it is, and they lock up the brakes because they wait until the very last second to brake, and therefore they need to lock up the brakes. See, if you don't know how to wait until the very last second to brake because your mind's not a very good computer, it doesn't make sense to stand on the brakes because you end up stopping before the turn. You get like slowing way down before the turn, then you have to accelerate to get to the turnstile, and then you go around the turn. That doesn't make sense. So only when you're dealing with a top-level driver do you actually get the brakes glowing hot. You've seen the videos where the Lamborghinis and Ferraris have the glowing hot brakes of the people out at track days. That's because those are people who actually can fucking drive. They didn't just buy a car and say, look at me, mommy, I get the fastest car now. Look at me upgrade my suspension, and now I'm even faster. No, they're not fucking lying sacks of shit. They actually go out and drive their fucking cars, and they melt their fucking brakes. And what happens is, when you take ceramic rotors up to hot, back to cold, up to hot, back to cold, we're not talking about multiple track days. We're talking about lap after lap after lap after lap. The carbon ceramic brake rotors spider web. Do you know what that means, Justin? Apparently you don't. Neither do your fat fucking loser drunk ass viewers. Do you guys? Everybody I've talked to, their rotors last forever. Brandon and all these other guys are liars. They don't know what they're talking about. We're the ones who have the real knowledge, guys. We're the real thing over here. Notice how the jump cut, where I showed you the jump cut, he subtracted footage from his video because his own viewers are realizing that he's full of shit. Again, I don't care if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know much about this subject. I've talked to one guy who knows something. I've talked to another guy who knows something, but I don't know enough to say one way or the other. No, I'm Justin. The rotors last forever. It's a myth that they wear. I'm the smartest motherfucker there ever was. I put heavy-duty springs in my car. The guy is fucking retarded. Do you know what spiderwebbed rotors are, Justin? Ask the other Brandon to explain it to you, because he apparently has an IQ over 60. Spiderwebbed rotors are when there's cracks between every single drilled part on the rotor. They crack, 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 crack. Do you know why that's a problem, Justin? Because one day, your fucking rotors shatter like ice when your caliper goes to squeeze them. They break off. It's like you took a bite out of something and it came off. Guess how well your car stops once your fucking rotors shatter? You have no more braking power whatsoever. These things last forever. No, they don't last forever if you go to a heavier duty pad that eats through them. Wrong and wrong. You're listening to fucking idiots, and it gets old. It's so fucking disgusting. Listen to our show for an hour while we talk about shit that we don't know and we keep you safe. You're gonna get somebody fucking killed because they think that you guys have the slightest fucking clue what you're talking about and you're fucking dog shit stupid. God damn it. It's disgusting. You're as bad as General Motors, Justin. You're as bad as fucking General Motors. And when the lawsuits happen to General Motors, you deserve to be sued with them. You are shit.